Hello, everybody. Oh, I killed the music. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. It's back. How's everybody's Saturday going? I'm Alex Flores, aka Kamisazi. Joined here by nobody today. Lucas gets the weekends off now. And Joe's in the middle of moving, so he can't be here with us today. But we have got the Quick Loop Game Jam Award show to do. Got a giveaway form waiting for the right moment to drop into the chat. And let's dive into what the Quick Loop Game Jam is, for those of you who don't know. So this began at the end of May, had a 50k sand prize pool. Oh, you know, I didn't say hi to everybody yet. Hi Go West, Sir Alekin, Anna Joyce, Play Game for Fun, and Stanley Wilson over on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? It's not morning for me anymore. Good afternoon. Say that. So it's got a 50k sand prize pool, live awards right now. That's this. Get published on a Sandbox estate, and competitors had to register by June 11th. So whether you're a first-time creator or a seasoned pro, the Quick Loop Game Jam is your chance to build addictive, bite-sized experiences that players keep coming back for just one more round. Design games that hook players with simple mechanics and satisfying feedback, lightning-fast reaction challenges, high-stakes bursts of decision-making, or endlessly replayable loops that reward skill, timing, and curiosity. Let's see. Theme reveal was that the Game Jam was about rhythm, repetition, and replayability. With Quick Loop gameplay as the theme, you're invited to build experiences that are simple to start but endlessly engaging, powered by the new templates that make it faster and easier than ever to create. Whether you're crafting a high-energy tag game, designing a chaotic Crash-style game, building a satisfying idle clicker, or testing players' minds with a fast-paced trivia experience, your mission is to hook players into fun, focused gameplay loops that keep them coming back for more. This isn't just about mechanics, it's about crafting a feeling. You might lead players through abstract spaces, reveal surprising outcomes, or encourage self-reflection through clever design. Aim to create something that's not only playable, but memorable. Let your creativity flow. We can't wait to see the bold, tightly designed, and imagination-fueled experiences you bring to life. And there were some examples of the different kinds. Crash Game was the one that I wasn't familiar with. I think a lot of people weren't familiar with Crash Game. It's kind of like a betting game. You keep on trying to make a number go up before it crashes. And so if you keep going, eventually you'll crash. So there's a chance that everything you put in the pot, whether it's points or gold or dollars or whatever the in-game value is, eventually it'll crash out. So you gotta take your winnings before you crash. Prizes. By joining the Alpha Season 5 Game Jam, we're in the Quick Loop Game Jam. You have a chance to win a share of 50,000 sand, 10 lands, and exclusive catalyst packs. Additionally, the first 100 valid entries are rewarded a participation prize of 100 sand each, and there's some conditions on that. Top prizes: first place is 10,000 sand, a 1x1 land, and a gold catalyst pack. Second place, 8,000 sand, a 1x1 land, and a silver catalyst pack. Third place, 5,000 sand, 1x1 land, and silver catalyst pack. Fourth place, 4,000 sand, 1x land, silver catalyst pack. Fifth place, 3,000 sand, a land, and a silver catalyst pack. 6th through 10th place each get 2,000 sand, a 1x1 land, and a bronze catalyst pack. Honorable mentions up to 10 each get 1,000 sand. Hey Biverson Art, how's it going? And we're already at the last key date. Today is July 5th. And there's just all the other rules and stuff. If you want to check out all the details on this, they tend to be similar from Game Jam to Game Jam, so if you're interested in participating, you can check out the link in the chat. And I'm sure there will be another Game Jam soon. Let's see. Who wants to just get into the video? I don't have anybody to banter with, so I think we could just do that, right? Are you ready, chat? You ready to see who the honorable mentions are? The top 10? Maybe. I know Biverson Art's ready to go. All right, let's get this video fired up here. So, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we do the honorable mentions in a random order. Doesn't matter. There's just all honorable mentions for the 10 of those. There are 10 this time. And then we count down 10 through first place, and it'll all be explained in the video. So, without further ado, here we go. Honorable mentions are Blacksmith Tycoon by Arcadia X, Castle Tag Run for the Crown by GemPH. Or Gemp? Not sure. Quantum Clash by Marshall17. Golden Olive Chickens W Conquest by Studiori. Pulse by Apex Wolf. Inferno Citadel by Craft Bomb. Afterlife Billionaire by Cash Voxel. Break the Doors by Stephen Yusuf. Well, it said team number 1, but we'll go with Stephen U. Steven. Order Up, trivia game by NFT Woojin and Rian. Memory King by Team Sebga. And now for our top 10 in the Quick Loop Game Jam. Who Wants to Be a Sand Millionaire by Degas and Fredenford. Number 9, Tag Me If You Can by Yitzjam. Congratulations, Biverson. Crash and Cash, The Loop Rush by Toby and Kraft. Number 7, Police vs. Robbers by Bloxy Devs. Number 6, Boomer Bank by Zlito. Number 5, Huff and Puff by Great Art Works Studio. Number 4, And an Ant by Kajoijid. In third place, Clicker Lab by Vox Machina Studios. In second place, The Ravenous Planet by DeFi Please. First place, Summon and Slay by The Third Mind. All right. I'm really excited to play the first place winner. We're gonna try to play a couple of these today, since it's just me. We're gonna take a quick ad break because I'm just gonna tell it to go now so it doesn't interrupt me in the middle of things, and we're gonna read just a little bit of the feedback from the judges on some of those top games, and I'm also gonna drop the giveaway form in the chat while we're on the ad break. So hang in tight. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody. I dropped the giveaway form in the chat for YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. If you want to fill that out, I'm giving away Wizzy the Orange's Singed hat today. We're starting to run low on those. We're gonna have to do something different after a bit. Sometimes we do dealer's choice, not dealer's choice, winner's choice. Sometimes we give away some Lucas and Kamisazi ducks, but today it's an orange hat, and we'll figure out what those new giveaways are soon enough. Hey, not Jackie Chan, how's it going? Hey, Cash Voxel over on Twitter. Congratulations in coming in the competition there. 1 second, I'm getting up my my feedback sheet still. 1 second. So we're gonna go over what the judges wrote real quick, and then we're gonna start playing some of these. In the honorable mentions, that's in case you missed it, Cash, you were in the honorable mentions. Play game for fun. So what's happening to those who don't pay attention and select one option in the last question in the form? We don't talk about what happens to them. Nothing good. All right. 1 second. Google is being annoying with the account management here. There we go. Now I got the feedback. All right, so let's go over. We're gonna just run through the honorable mentions, I think. And I mean, everybody's gonna get emailed their feedback next week, so you're gonna hear this stuff again. But just so that way, like, everybody knows, like, what sort of things put a game from honorable mention into the top 10. You know, what the judges might have been looking for, what could be done better, and the judges also leave compliments too. So let's pull up the honorable mentions here. And let's see. Our first one here. I'm going to turn down the volume on this. First one here is Memory King by Sebga. I'm not used to doing this all by myself. I usually have somebody here to help out. All right, the first judge said, nice experience, simple yet addictive and well made. I like the fact that if a board has more than one color, you get points for each color you choose. To improve, I'd like to see the game get slightly harder. It always felt a little too easy. I had to purposefully lose to stop the game. Maybe have modes added. So in case it's not super clear, I mean, you may have just seen what the instructions were on screen. It's a memory game. So you have to kind of look at this this 9 square grid, and the color at the top, once the rest of the board goes blank, you have to remember which spots it was. So it was showing, well, I guess it went away. So it's showing yellow. There was a yellow one up in the corner here. There might have been another one I wasn't really focused on memorizing. There was 2. So you get points for that. But it seems like it kind of keeps this pace the whole time, so maybe it's a little bit on the easier side. Let's see. What did the next judge say? Okay, it looks like I'm not seeing that line. So we'll just go on to the next one. Right. Next one is Inferno Citadel by Hajik. First judge says, really good example of an idle clicker. You had boosts and auto upgrades open at the right time. In terms of game mechanics, well done. I think you did a good job here. However, to improve, I'd like to see some better visual design overall. The auto attack assets look great. Let's also make the rest of the board look to that level. Small thing, but even if you could have the fingers do a tap looking effect when clicking would be a great addition. I'd also like to see it get more enemies to the fight. It appears there's no way for the player to... there's actually a lot of feedback for this one. For the player to realistically die or lose this game. Perhaps adding something that would either cause them to avoid some form of damage or at least something for the game to feel like it is progressing. I was 5 minutes in and already was at the point where I didn't feel the need to really click. I could just leave my computer, which is great, but at the same time, you still want to make the player want to continue playing. I'm not sure how many levels you ended up having, but I know you had a quest to reach level 20, and I got to 18 before feeling like I needed to just turn it off by that point. I hadn't really been doing anything. So yeah, kind of what they're saying is it just needs to be a little more challenging, a little more engaging. Auto clickers, the fun with the auto clickers is that you can kind of like lean back and just kind of, it's almost like watching a movie. You can watch the game unfold, but you do get some decision making, right? But if your upgrades are too powerful and you remove the need for the player to be involved, then you kind of, the player stops being involved, right? So some ways that you could implement what the first judge was saying with the clicking is that if we are playing, and it appears like you're playing as this hand, this is a custom avatar for this hand, make it an animation called attack space 01, or like whatever the attack animation is for a regular human character, and have that be the click. So that way when they go to interact, they're doing that click movement. You could also, give them a fun idle, the fingers could, wiggle and stretch and stuff. That's some of the fun you can do with it. It's not always possible to do that in the scope of a game jam, and that animation isn't really a thing that makes a game win or lose necessarily, but it gives a little bit of wow factor. It gives a little bit of visual appeal that is attractive to look at. Next judge said, mechanically sound, nice visual representation of growth. I'd like to see better border design. It seems like both judges wanted to see the edges just to be a little bit more interesting. And design that seems consistent with the user interface and buttons on the bottom. I appreciate the scaling of the automated damage being exponential and the costs being linear. If you could better align your assisting tools on one end and have them attack the enemies left to right, we'd get a better sense of what's ours versus what is the enemy's. Multiplier does not seem to affect all numbers, then multiplied by 2, but rather current number multiplied by 2. It'd be nice if the multiplier was modified in this way to be more satisfying and rewarding, leveling the auto attack plus 2 damage later in the game. Lomo, waving over from YouTube, and Not Jackie Chan says, what happens if you fill out the form wrong? Have you ever seen Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory? Yes, I have a whole bunch of little orange men come and sing a song to you. That's exactly what happens if you fill out the form wrong. All right, moving on to Pulse by Apex Wolf. Good attempt. I really liked the graphics for this one, and the whole user interface setup felt nice. I will say, however, the betting ability needs to be better implemented. Users should be able to choose like 100, 1,000, etc. Also, the random 10%, etc. Although cool addition, it always felt like the car was crashing super early on. Make sure in these games you are adjusting and testing those random number generations to make sure the player will still want to play and reach these goals. And the other judge did also say that they really liked the interface, that it was easy to understand and to play. So yeah, it looks like you're tapping the bet button while this meter goes down, and a lot of people and maybe this is just a personal preference, but a lot of Crash games like this have specific bet numbers that you can place instead of tapping a bet button and seeing the pot go up. It seems to maybe be based on when you tap in here. I'm not entirely sure exactly where these numbers are coming from. It looks every time they tap the bet. I can't tell if the number's going up the more this goes, or if that's just like a timer. And then yeah, sometimes it crashed almost right away. So I think like the overall idea for the design is pretty cool. It's got this like 1980s neon city going on in the background here. And actually, when I first glanced at this, I didn't even think it was a sandbox game until I saw the interface along the edges. Just because this was kind of so striking of a view, it reminds me a lot of like NES and SNES games, which is pretty neat. And they also are integrating the user interface, the actual sandbox one. Like the My Bet is kind of like the rear view mirror, and the total cache is like your center console. It's kind of neat. All right. Next one is Blacksmith Tycoon. This one looks really good also. I love this opening to it, the zooming in. So one thing that was pointed out by the judge was a calculator asset was used for the victory screen avatar. Overall game is great, animation accurate, rebirth system could help replayability. So with that calculator thing, you can actually kind of see it right here. And this is something that came up when we were working on the Hat Collector game for the Wizzyverse, is that with the way the sandbox works now, it shows avatars kind of through the screen, or like through other objects with this kind of black, like half, like 50% transparent look. You can make an asset that's invisible to replace it. You can make an asset that basically is just empty nodes. I actually have one saved just for that purpose when I'm making games. If I don't want to have a visible avatar, like if I'm trying to do like a trailer video and I just want to see the visuals of the map and I don't want to show a player at all, I will make an asset that has a node but no voxel models attached to it, so it's completely invisible because there's no voxels on it, and you can use that as the avatar. And then when you get to the victory screen, you won't see a calculator or numpad on the screen. But yeah, this looks really well implemented as far as all the conveyor belt stuff going on. It's pretty cool. The other judge said, I liked this idle clicker, and it actually had automation included from the start, and then you click. Oh, I liked that this idle clicker actually had automation included from the start, and that you click to boost it. Much better, and allows for more player enjoyable experience compared to having to mass click before gaining any form of automation. To improve, I'd like to be able to see the smelter to have at least one or two backlog ready for the blacksmith. Is that actually what that word is? Is that what it's called? Backlog? Or oh, it's probably backlog. just a quick typo. So all the feedback from the judges is written in a Google spreadsheet, which does not have the little helpful underline when something's misspelled. I'm like, what is backlog? But it's backlog, ready for the blacksmith. So what they'd like to see is that as the smelter's dumping out into the is it called a mold? The casting, whatever this thing is called for the sword. It'd be nice to see it kind of pile up before it gets to the blacksmith. So that way, if the blacksmith is slow, you actually see these things start to kind of build up. I rarely needed to interact or wait for the goblins, but I was forever waiting on the blacksmith and smelter to get started. So that's just kind of like a balancing issue, right? Getting the timing right between these things. Not Jackie Chan says, I have an invisible medium human template. Can still equip weapons and gear so you look like a floating sword. Yes. I think that's basically what I did. I think I did. Originally, I was going to make it just... actually, I think I have both because we were working on a game where the numpad was the character, and so that has kind of its own collision and stuff. When you want to have do that camera view that I was talking about, sometimes having an asset as small as a numpad will mess up other things you want to do with the camera. So because like first person view will put the camera on top of the head or in place of the head, so having a an actual human template, even if there's nothing on the nodes, kind of works better in that situation. All right, next one. Quantum Clash. This one's a Marshall 17. Is this the one I think it is? One with the spinning? Yes, it is. Okay, so I will say I love the visuals in this game. Kind of similar note with the, you can see the avatar character in the background there. So, you know, depending on what your game, I've seen games where it wouldn't work, like the Krishna game. You do play both like hidden from view, and you also play as the avatar. So you kind of need both, and there's not really a way around it right now. So if you don't need the playable avatar to be visible at any point, then I think it does make more sense to use something where they're just invisible. But the way the floor ripples in this game, and the whole, yeah, that ripple there, and even just the spinning, I think aesthetically I really like the setup for this game. So First Judge says, really nice concept and lovely designs. This really felt like you took Idle Clicker to the next level with this one. The only real thing I'd say is I didn't realize I could press 0 to get out of the shop. It doesn't say it. Maybe add that somewhere on the shop window so the player knows. I just ended up pressing all the numbers, hoping. I will say that adding more automation would be great, considering the limited gameplay mechanics in an idle clicker. Around halfway is the enemy. Around halfway into enemy level 2, I was getting bored and wanted more automation for it. Yeah, some of the enemy designs are really good too. Some of them I think are custom made for this, and some are assets that I've seen on the marketplace before. I'm not sure if Marshall made them or if they were bought assets from the marketplace. But like some of the bosses are like cool, like Wendigo kind of things. The other judge said, very fun fighting game. Upgrade system is simple but rewarding when leveling left and right fist. Also, interval seems long and not worth upgrading. Other characters as unlocks, maybe additional fist colors. Yeah, so sometimes, like, the thing with an idle clicker is you want to keep on having a progression. That's when we were talking about the other game where it didn't feel like there was enough to like make the player matter. The platter. Andy Richard says, hi Alex, gutted I missed out on this one, hope you're doing okay. I did really like your game. I thought it was pretty cool. There was the one part of it that was the number wheel mini game. I didn't fully it felt like I couldn't lose on that because either you get a 1 or you get higher. So there was no like, there's nothing you could hit that would make you go down. So like the stakes didn't feel like as involved with that. But I did definitely, once I understood that the numbers at the bottom of the screen were telling me the like the up and down percentages, I really like locked in and like really focused on the number go up aspect of the game. So I did like that. I hope you do more with that. Like make sure you put it on the land or something, and maybe get a lot of plays in the next Builders Challenge. So anyway, so with this game, or the game we were talking about earlier, the player's input was not as needed because the automations were like too strong. And something like this, it seems like maybe there's not enough automations. The player has to keep on clicking, which can also get tedious. So there's kind of a careful balance between making sure that the player still has to give enough input to stay engaged, but also making sure that you're not leaning too heavily on the clicker and you're leaning enough on the idle clicker part. So making sure that upgrades involve the player's input in some way and gives them other things to do besides just the repetitive clicking. Everyone's a pro trader. Yeah. I wish it was that easy, right? I wish the numbers changed that quickly and that you could in and out real fast. All right. Next one is... Oh, wait, did it show the really big guys? I wanted to make sure you saw the... They got this polar bear. Got an automaton, and then they have some, like, really big ones, too. Yeah, it's Elderfall. It's like this cool, Ent kind of character. I also like the Final Fantasy VII sword dashing. Where was the big Wendigo guy? There's like a really big one at some point in here. Find a truck. What? Not the green truck. I don't remember where they are in here. I think I put them in the top 10 video, or in the the honorable mention part. It's somewhere in here. This guy, a Frosthorn, that's what it is. Has a big pine tree as a club. All right, on to the next one. This is... Oh, it's I think this one had a long name. What was it? Chicken something? Golden Olive Chicken's W Conquest. First judge says, crazy chicken game, lots of chicken. No progression after clearing Asia Quest. Consider making game information easier for players to spot. Didn't know it was right-click until I visited the game info house. So yeah, sometimes if the game mechanics are really simple, you can show them on a screen in a way that doesn't require actually going to a place. I'm not sure if there's multiple languages optional. So there was a little message here that said right-click, but because it's above that chicken, it might be easy to not see it, depending on where you're standing. So sometimes a simple pop-up screen at the start of the game will help convey that information. All right, and second judge said, nice little idle clicker, good overall start with the game mechanics. You have all the main elements here, however, I'd like to see more done with this experience. The information really needs to be closer to the player's start. Loved you had English and Korean, added a nice touch. More needs to be done with this level design. The world felt lacking. Otherwise, a nice attempt with the game mechanics all appearing to be working well. Yeah, I think, so one game that it was an idle clicker that I think was part of Builders Challenge 2, I think. that we played on stream. It was an idle clicker, and a lot of idle clickers we don't see having an open world like this. Even in this game jam, a lot of the idle clickers were like the player was kind of static and you just did clicking. So it's neat to have one where you can run around in a space. And I think the game that we played on stream, and I can't remember the name of it, but it had like a really giant demon boss like hovering over a castle, and it was actually first person, and you got to like run around the caves and mine crystals and go fishing and do all these little quests and stuff. That had a really like developed world that you could explore, and I think that's kind of what the judge is going for in this one. It's that there's all this space that you could have the player be able to run around and explore and do things with to make the space more engaging. And it's kind of, you know, not too crazy right now, but it gets very crazy with got like what are these things even called? The giant crossbow catapult kind of things. I think they just call them cannons or bow maybe in this, but yeah, it gets a little crazy with all these things up here. Let's see. Next one is by Cash Voxel, who's here in the chat with us. Which one was this? Oh, I spelled the cash with a C instead of a K. That's why I couldn't find it. Afterlife Billionaire. First judge says, this had a nice concept and a decent layout and level design. However, improvements on general gameplay need to be made. With an idle clicker, at some point you really need to add automation. I felt like you had to wait a really long time to get anywhere in this, and automation around the time you finish the second area really needs to start kicking in. But it felt like a grind, and I didn't have much drive to try and complete the game and quests. Work on ways to entice, motivate your players. So that's kind of what we were talking about earlier, is that balance between, like, yes, there's a clicker aspect, but there's also the idle aspect. So there needs to be the right mix of the player clicking to make things happen and the automations that are the idle part of the idle clicker, right? Upgrades are really what, at least for me as a player, that's the really engaging part. It's like, oh, I want to level up. Oh, I want the next upgrade. Oh, I want the next thing. And so when I have to click to get those things, like I'll keep on clicking until I get the upgrades, but then I want the upgrades to like do stuff for me so I don't have to click as much. So just the right, it just needs the right mix of those things. So the first judge didn't have a lot of feedback on the gameplay, except making sure that Ghostbert needs to be interacted with to initiate the game. They spent a little bit of time not sure how to actually start the game until they realized that they needed to talk to Ghostbert. So make sure that you have like a quest marker on him or an exclamation point, just something that goes like, hey, you need to talk to this guy. It's cute though. Next one is...
No. Oh, no, cancel! Oh, fuck!
Not Jackie Chan said Rise of the Ancients was the name of the game. Yes, the one that I mentioned that was first person, that was Rise of the Ancients. That was a really good idle clicker. I really hope that they do another one or do more with that. I want to see more of that. Andy Ritchie picking up some food. Oh, make sure you get enough for everybody. Gotta share. Auto attack is useless this game. Needs more balance. Kev Cash says, "Oh, I'm late. I think I missed the starting." Yes. So if you go back and watch the replay of this later, early on in the show, I did play the honorable mentions plus top 10 winners. And when I'm done going through the feedback of the honorable mentions, I'll reread the list real quick. VLC crashed. What? I've never seen VLC crash before. I've been using VLC for like 18 years, give or take, and I've never seen VLC crash. All right, this is by NFT Wujin and Rian, and this is Order Up, which kind of goes with the trivia theme. It's also a little bit of it reminds me of those Japanese game shows where you have to like pose correctly to like not get pushed over by a wall, like you have to fit through a shape. So first judge says, I like this for the most part, but one element made me really not want to play. I'd suggest removing or changing it. What I loved was how it was different from a normal quiz game. It was fun and entertaining. What needs changing is what happens after you get an order correct. Those obstacles are so unplayer friendly. I played 3 times. One is easy to navigate, which is the rotating one, but I had the floorway that moved too rapidly, too much to really get it right through. And then another big thing that I assumed the shiny part is where the player is safe, but it moved so fast. Please change this element. It felt unneeded and it would make players rage quit. Otherwise, nice game. So I'm not sure. I saw the floor thing. There's the shiny part. I think I see. Where was it? I need to get to the right spot. Okay, I thought I saw it. Where'd it go? It's right after you duck. So you have to memorize the order of the orders. And then I think there's a thing that comes sliding out. Yeah, that. Okay, so the shiny part. I think they didn't understand that you have to duck underneath it, so maybe that just wasn't clarified. So the shiny part isn't actually what's safe. I think that's just to like a warning of what it is. So this is something that happens like when you judges don't go into playing the game knowing how the game works, and they don't have a lot of time to play all these games. Sometimes there's 50 to 100 submissions in a game jam, and they have so many that they need to get through in just a few days. So making sure that what is intended with the mechanics is clear will help the judges be able to play everything successfully. But the example that this gives you when you're talking about like not the judges, when just regular players come to play, is that you will have a mix of people who understand the mechanics intuitively and other people who need a little bit more instruction. So you want to make sure that you account for all those kinds of players, because some players will see something and guess it right on the first try. Other players will not understand what's intended by the mechanic and maybe get frustrated and not want to come back to the game. So it's good to have that mix coming from the judges. Next judge said, lobby area is cool with updated employee performance as you play. Simple memory game to match the doors for the orders. So yeah, I thought that starting area was really cute too. Actually, I like all the graphics in this game. I think the game looks really good. This is the ordering area. So this employee of the month here, when you win, you actually get filled in up there. It's pretty adorable. Next one is Break the Doors by Stephanie Steven. right. So first George says, nice attempt. I can see what you were working on with this and that you got the start to a good idle clicker. One main thing you're missing that most, if not all, idle clickers have some form of automation. It was a little bit too boring, and clicking that much becomes tedious and also just aches after a while. Most of your players won't wait as long as it takes to even get to the metal zone. Please add some additional automation mechanics, like an NPC that will smash at a random door. I can tell from playing that the attack on the door is getting stronger, but honestly, after my third go, I was feeling kind of bored. Good start, but please work on balancing and adding features that would make this a better idle clicker. So yeah, again, what we said with the other ones, that you need the idle part of the idle clicker, not just the clicker. And so it seems like all of this is just clicking, and so each set of doors gets harder, but that's kind of it. So just it needs some more engaging mechanics in there. But the presentation is fine, I think. Like this is I've played similar layout games like this where you just kind of progress to like the next door, but you do want to have something else in there that mixes it up. Marshall said, "Hi Alex, all assets in my game jam are custom made by myself." Okay, great. Some of the monsters, are all of them original for the game jam, or had you made some of them before? Because some of them looked like ones that I'd seen before, but I know that you're a talented builder also. If VLC crashes, you did something wrong. It was ironically the exact same moment that the Fwonk was played. I don't know if that's what crashed it. I just thought it was kind of funny that happened at the same time. Ardox Obeys says, hi. Welcome. Yeah, Marshall, I think out of all, there were a bunch of games in the honorable mentions that I thought look really good, but I think yours might have been one of my favorites in the honorable mentions. That spinning platform is just a cool idea, and I really love the sword zipping, zooming, slashing. All right, and our last honorable mention. Some of them are from VoxEdit contest. Oh, that's why they looked familiar. All right, and then this one is Sebga's. Memory King. Wait, okay. I didn't remember this opening. I thought I clicked the wrong game. So this is the one that we were pointing out at the color memorization. I thought that we already gave the feedback on this one. I did. We already talked about this one. Did I skip a different one? Oh. Somehow okay. I was like, I could have sworn that we already read the feedback on this, so I opened the wrong video. So this one is tag. Which tag? There's more than one tag one. Is this Inferno Citadel? No, that's not right. Why can't I find the name for this one? Usually it says it up in the corner. Oh, here it is. This is Castle Tag Run for the Crown by GemPH or Gemf. I'm not sure how to say the name there. Castle tag, run for the crown. There we go. I was having a hard time finding the name. Nice tag game. You did a lovely job dressing this experience and really making it feel like its own little world. All game mechanics work nicely. I will say you did have a quest, Start Game 2, which never went away. To improve, look at adding a few hidey holes. There might have been some, but I didn't notice. I also noticed the Seeker appeared to spawn in first, then the Hiders. Hiders really should be spawned in so they have at least 5 or so seconds to split up where they may be playing. That's pretty important, making sure that the Seekers go in first so they have a chance to hide before the Hiders have a chance to hide before the Seekers get in. And the next judge said, very fun and functional tag game. Map has a lot of great hiding spaces. So one judge said that they couldn't find any hidey holes, and the other judge said that it had a lot of nice little fun spots to hide. So either one judge was too good at finding hiding spots and didn't think that they were really hiding spots, or the hiding spots were too good and one of the judges didn't even notice them. I think that's a funny duality to the judges. Capacity for a few or lots of players. Quest objectives not triggering completion. So that was just a note there also. All right. So that's the feedback on their honorable mentions. Like I said, all of the feedback is going to be getting emailed out next week. Ardox Obeys, you didn't miss everything. We're actually about to play the first place winning game, which I think looks really cool. Marshall says, thank you so much. Still need to learn more to get to the top 10. I think your game was really close there. Like visually, it looked like it was all there. The main thing was that it just needed some more automation features to really make the upgrades feel like did they just throw a haystack? Was that like prop hunt or like obfuscation of their location, just to be like, ha? It looks like they threw a haystack. I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, Marshall, the having those upgrades in there that have some sort of automation, have a twist into the mechanic that becomes super engaging. But visually, I think everything was really great there. I think that's you have the core of a really good start to the game. So I would say keep working on that, because idle clicker games are going to be great for things like Builder's Challenge, just something that's really engaging, gets people playing for a while. There's a lot of potential there. All right, so let's run another 30-second ad. I'm going to get the Game Maker fired up, and we're going to play the first place winner. All right. We'll be right back. One thing before the ad. Don't forget to fill out the form. I'm going to paste it in the chat again. If you're on Twitter, it should still be visible in the chat for you. So for those of us who joined a bit later on YouTube and Twitch, here's the form link again. Fill that out. We're going to be doing a Wizzy the Oranges Singe Tat giveaway. So we'll do that after the break. Just a few minutes. All right, we're back. Thank you for hanging in there, everybody. Hello, Gem Twitch TV. And Not Jackie Chan over on YouTube says a creator's job is never done. That is correct. Let's see here. I can hide the music widget for now. So this is Summon and Slay, first place winner. Oh, you know what? I said I was going to list off. You know what? There's a bunch of people here who were not here before. Let's watch the video again real quick. And we'll play back all of it. We'll end the video on the first place winner instead of watching through it again because we're about to play it. So here's this again. All right, so for our honorable mentions, we had Blacksmith Tycoon by Arcadia X. Castle Tag Run for the Crown by GemPH, or Gemp. Quantum Clash by Marshall17. Gem says, let's go! Golden Olive Chickens W Conquest by Studiori. Pulse by Apex Wolf. Inferno Citadel by Craft Bomb. Don't forget to fill out that giveaway form in the chat. I'll be closing that at the end of this video. Afterlife Billionaire by Cash Voxel. I like this song. Break the Doors by Stephen U. Steven. Order Up by NFT Wujian and Rion. Memory King by Team Sebka. And now for the top 10. Who Wants to Be a Sand Millionaire by Degas and Fredenford. Number 9, Tag Me If You Can by Yet's Jim. It's like multiplayer Pac-Man. Number 8, Crash and Cash, The Loop Rush by Tobincraft. Tobincraft? I don't think we've ever figured that one out. Number 7, Police vs. Robbers by Bloxy Devs. Number 6, Boom or Bank by Zlito. Fifth place, Huff and Puff by Greater Work Studio. Love the animations in this one. Iverson made the game Tag Me If You Can in 3 days. Nice. You can get a lot done when you have the right focus. Mr. Alec says, love it, have to try. Fourth place, And an Ant by Kajoijid. Yeah, Greater Work Studios really, they put a lot of work into the aesthetic of a game and making a cohesive everything. They're very good at that. This is an example of what I was talking about with the chicken game, about making a world. It's an idle clicker, but it's a whole world that you can explore and engage with, and then you bring your idle clicking back to, you know, this sort of boss fight. Third place, Clicker Lab by Vox Machina Studios. Vox Machina, another one. They always do a real good job with animation and a cohesive visual style for their whole game. Also, what we were talking about with the hand animations for what was it? Inferno Citadel. Inferno Citadel had a very static hand. This hand has little animations as it's going around doing things. Though it looks like its fingers got bitten off. I don't know what happened there. Like it's like the fingers retracted. And second place, The Ravenous Planet by DeFi Please. This game reminds me a little bit of Fallout Shelter. Fallout Shelter, like the main game of Fallout Shelter is building your shelter. But there you can send your residents to your shelter, your vault dwellers. You can send them to the wasteland, and it looks kind of like this, where they're just kind of like in this scrolling place and encountering enemies and collecting loot and stuff. And Summon and Slay, first place by The Third Mind. We're gonna stop the video here because we're about to play it. So before we do that, we're going to run this giveaway form here real quick. Closing out the responses right now. And let's pull up our random number generator. All right, we had 16 responses, so that's 2 through 17 on our spreadsheet. Rolling a 10. Let's double. I recognize this name from the chat. I'm not sure if they already won Wizzy the Orange's Singe chat or not. So we're going to double check and see if they have it. They did already win one, so that's okay. We're not going to punish them this time. We're going to see who 14 is. Have they won Wizzy the Orange's Singe chat? It does not look like it. They have not. So congratulations to We3 Club over on Twitter. We got a Twitter user. You just won Wizzy the Orange's in chat. Congratulations. We3 Club. You don't have to do anything. I've got your wallet address from the form, so I will be sending that over today. Congratulations. All right. Summon and Slay. Press E to start. Welcome, Kamisazi. In Summon and Slay, a clicker and idle game, you'll summon units, slay monsters, and grow stronger with every stage. Are you ready to begin? Let's do how to play. Basics. Each stage has 5 rounds. Fail to beat the boss in 20 seconds, you'll lose 1 HP and restart the stage. Earn gold by defeating monsters. Upgrade your heroes and units. Reach level 20 and clear as many stages as you can. Heroes and units. Heroes deal click-based damage. Unlock skills at level 5, 10, 15. Rebirth becomes available at level 20. There are 6 units. Each can be upgraded to level 10. Units deal damage automatically every second. Oh, we already know the basics. Skills. Level 5, press 1. Deals 10 hero damage instantly. Cooldown of 10 seconds. Level 10, press 2. Gold gained times 2 for 10 seconds. Cooldown of 20 seconds. Level 15, press 3. Hero and unit damage times 2 for 15 seconds. Cooldown of 30 seconds. And Rebirth. At level 20, choose to Rebirth or Clear. Rebirth resets all progress. Gain a permanent damage multiplier to hero and unit attacks. This multiplier increases with every Rebirth. Clear, finish the game, and record your stage. Coming soon. That might be for leaderboards, because leaderboards not available on single player. Maybe that's what that means. Let's see if I can get level 20 at least. All right, so we need 1, 2, and 3. And 2 was the gold one, right? 2 is gold. Okay. Byverson says only upgrade 1 of each level. Constantly upgrade the level 6 NPC. You don't need to do anything else. Everything happens automatically. Byverson's over here giving me spoilers. All right, I'm ready. Hello, Kamisazi. There are 4 enemies and 1 final boss. Defeat the boss to clear stage 1. Left click to attack. Let's get through this together. I do like how quickly the bosses show up. Or, I mean, not bosses, but like the enemies. It's just like bam, bam, bam. Enemy, enemy, enemy. Not bad, but if you keep going on like this, you won't survive. Let's boost your attack. Press the upgrade button to the right. You're still weak. Hire a unit. They'll fight with you every second. Oops. What? I pressed I instead of 1. You point, I smash. Churro complete. Next goal, reach level 5. Upgrades cannot be made while fighting the boss. Okay. Well, it seems like enemies don't actually attack you. It's just if you can't clear the boss fast enough. I may be a quick clicker. Yeah, so nothing really. So yeah, they fight for me, so I don't actually have to be clicking really until the boss, right? Because they don't attack me. It's really just about the boss. So, but if I'm away for too long, I might get to the boss, right? past the beginner stage, now you can use skills. Skills unlock at level 10 and 15. Reach level 20, and you'll face a choice. Well, I didn't mean to click. From now on, each death will cost you 1 HP. If you lose all HP and restart the game, this rule still applies. I love the scenery. Most of what you're seeing in the background is default assets. It looks like there's a custom block, maybe. I don't recognize what the floor is. I think that might be custom artwork. But the things in the background right now, those are from scientists from Alpha Season 1 and 2. And yeah, so it's like cycling through like scientists, oracles, and something else. I think the backdrops are really cool. I think that's something that makes this really engaging. The combination of the Rift artwork, or the VFX of the Rift, and the yeah, I love this background. And these are assets that have been in the Game Maker like forever. So you don't have to make all. Oh, cool. There's little credits in the side. The third mind is Lomo and Manan Cho. I recognize Lomo's name. Little Easter egg to the side there with the Twitter ads. So yeah, you don't have to make. It's custom assets are great. Like they look good, but you don't have to make custom assets to make a winning game jam game. It's level 10, I get the gold boost, right? I don't have enough gold. Didn't even notice the background changing until I mentioned it. Yeah. Yeah, they got a bunch of different ones. I'm not sure if it changes with each boss. I think it's each boss changes the background. And they just look good. What's the key? It says I have 1 key. I've got unit DPS. Hero damage. And then what's the oh, the key is my it's saying 1 key as in I press the key and that does the big damage. Now I get gold. So I press 2. Nice. I should have done it for the boss. So it's if I as a player reach level 20 or if I reach stage 20. I think it's if I reach level 20. That's what the reset is for, right? The rebirth. I guess with the system, the bosses can just keep on going up in HP, right? Oh, the price. I was looking at the numbers in reverse. So Biver City, you were saying that I should get the 6th unit and just level up that one? Is that one just like super OP? Yes, hero damage will soon be useless. It remains ineffective. Units are more functional. I don't know. I click pretty fast. All right, let's get some more units. Did you try the rebirth system? No, our units are doing almost 2,000 DPS. All right, now we've got our 3 key. Oh yeah, the little ones don't do a lot of DPS, but they're also a lot cheaper. They're cute. Like, all the characters look cute. I think I like 4 the best. The damage is ridiculous. I am not even attacking right now. Could be cool to see. You know, I don't know if the 1, 2, and 3 key attacks charge faster at a higher level. You can press it a few times for fun if you want. I mean, I'm doing my part. But yeah, you definitely can tell, like, if you look at the health meter, like I'm not making it move a whole lot. I'm just doing my little bit. It's outpaced me, yeah. These go up to level 10, right? Is that what they do? If I remember correctly. Oh, I have over 100,000. I can go more. I do not have enough gold anymore. But I want to upgrade my other heroes. I want them. I want all the things. And they don't cost that much compared to Unit 6. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they have like secret like level 10 superpowers that they unlock. I don't know. We're already at another boss. We're going through the enemies too fast now. Rebirth is now unlocked. Start over and become even stronger. Now the choice is yours. Press E to rebirth. So now we do 193 damage. So we're back at stage 1. I don't know, Rebirth seems pretty powerful. If it's a multiplayer on heroes and companions, like, what's the highest stage you could get to? Fiverson, what's the highest stage you got to? I keep on wanting to hit escape from this menu. I'm like, no, don't do it. You need a lot of gold to unlock the level 6 guy. I think it was 7,000. Yeah, 7,000. Really helps to have that level 10 upgrade for gold. Wait, did my damage go down? I thought my hero damage was over 100 when we first did the rebirth. Can anybody confirm that? I feel like I was doing more damage before. Does the level up reset your damage? So the concept of idle clicker is automation. You start yourself to make an auto and improve auto mining just without the ability to save progress in Sandbox. Making a game for 2 to 3 hours is not very reasonable. 1, 2 disconnects, lost progress, no desire to play anymore. Yeah, well, 0.12 has saving, so you'll be able to do that in the next few months. Which will be fun. That as well as like multiplayer Farmville style games, like you'll be able to like come back to a place and like resume what you're doing in a multiplayer setting too. Hey, AU24K with the raid. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Luigi. How's it going, everybody? We're just smacking some bosses around. Leveling these guys up just because I like it. I want to see it all say max. So I didn't need to. Maybe it's because I did the rebirth. I didn't need to unlock the first 5 in order to get Unit 6, but it was more like Unit 6 was just so expensive. It makes sense to unlock the other ones first. But yeah, level 6 seems really OP. But I think what would be really cool is that if each unit did something unique, especially when they got to level 10. So like if each enemy type that you encounter had like a special like elemental weakness, and then each unit has a different elemental specialty. So then you can start getting into like a little bit of lore, a little bit of like what each character is good at, and even some story to like make me care about these units more than just them looking cute. Everybody's fully upgraded. I want to see how far did the person who made the video get. What was their... Where did they game over at? They got to stage 20. Did they... I think they purposefully must have lost. They only got up to stage 24. Oh, I guess they... Did they rebirth here? It doesn't say the player's level. I wish it said the player's level, not when you're just looking at the upgrade screen. So they got to level 28. So I'm already like further ahead than they were. There were many games outside of this competition. In fact, there were some really good games. Wait. I'm confused. Biverson, are you saying that ones that weren't in the honorable mentions and top 10? I mean, there are, you know, we have to score somehow. There are a bunch of other submissions. The Bitfox says, did the Dino event again, like you said, but 27 out of 37 is all I can get. No request there. Bitfox, it's because you already leveled up your dinosaurs. You would need to transfer your dinosaurs. Like, you don't need all 37 quests. Like, you're only getting 27 out of 37 because you already did the other 10 quests, which is taking your 5 dinosaurs and getting them, hatching their eggs, and then leveling them up to adult. So that's why you're not getting those 10 quests. Oh, games that do not fit into the quick loop category. Yeah. So I think the judges noted that a lot of the games, they told me to the side that like a lot of the games didn't seem to quite fit the theme. It just looks no perfect. Well, because you're looking at the wrong thing. You got to look at the EP. Don't look at the quests. Look at the EP. You got to go. Why is this so zoomed in? You got to go here and go, hey, I got 20 out of 20 EP. That's all you need. Don't look at that. Don't look at it. It's not there. It doesn't mean anything. But if you wanted to, if you really, really wanted to, I think all you have to do is move your dinosaurs to another wallet and buy 5 more eggs. If you really want that. I think what I wish it did mechanically instead is I wish it turned on and completed those quests instead of just skipping them. Like, I wish it started and then completed the quest so that you'd see all that progression. That would be, I think, more appealing, right? But then you'd also be sitting there for a while 10 quests flash up on your screen and complete. That'd be a little bit much. All right, I upgraded all these, right? These are all max. Max level. At what point do we... Like, we've already done the rebirth. I think we were level... Oh, we weren't max level. Okay. Let's just see how far we can go before we can't beat guys anymore. I mean, the enemies are already taking a while to kill. You could just keep on rebirthing it and getting more multipliers, I guess. I guess we'll wait until we lose 1 life. I now have 3 million gold. Almost 4. But nowhere to spend it. Wonder if we can hit stage 99, probably not. I don't think we're gonna be doing enough damage. Just how long it takes to actually kill these guys. But the length of time that it takes to kill these guys helps in that it lets our power-ups recharge. Right? It would take a really long time to get to level 99 at this rate. If it took us this long to get to stage 42, we'd be sitting here for quite a while. That spider looks huge for some reason. Like, I know the spider's supposed to be big, but it looks bigger than it's supposed to. And that's one of the basic assets. No, we might actually lose. Okay. It was getting a little close there. I thought we were going to lose a life. What was... It looked like the screen did something for a second. Wait, can I? I don't know why it does that. Sometimes when you do the charging attack, it like leaves the VFX behind. Not every time though. Your basic enemies are spawning in with over 1 million health. I guess it does that when you beat a boss. I didn't notice it doing that before though. Or maybe it was doing that because the time was running low. So I want to try the rebirth one more time. I'm not going to play through again, but I want to try the rebirth because I was confused about the amount of damage that I did when I respawned. So now we're doing just under 100,000 DPS, but these guys are spawning in with like 20 million HP. So you need more than 20 seconds to kill them. It's a lot. There's one of these games where now I'm invested in it to just break the numbers. Obviously I'm as leveled up as I can be without a rebirth. So it's like number go up game, and I just want to see like, okay, how stupid can I make my DPS? And we're gonna lose a life. The count is clocking down faster than we can do the damage unless we get another attack in here. Oh, nope. We ran out of time. We lost a life. Okay, so that takes us back here. There's no way for us to get more DPS at this point, so we're just gonna keep on losing a life over and over again. But let's see the rebirth. Like, okay, it does a 2.4 damage multiplier. We're at 463 right now. I think that's the damage that I was seeing. Yeah, hero damage 11. That's why I was confused. So I mean, theoretically, you could, if you keep on rebirthing this. Biverson, do you remember how high you got on this? I kind of want to see if I can get a third level or a third digit stage. I know I said I wasn't going to. Is there a final here? Victory? No, it's just number goes up till defeat, because the way they're able to do this is that it's not an actual HP on each one of these characters, because there's certain limits in there, right? The numbers are all running through the rules system, so the bosses just, or the enemies that you're fighting, their HP just keeps on going up and up and up and up and up as the game progresses. Until you run into like the number being too big to be displayed, probably. So the thought is like, well, how high can I take that? If I get a 2.4 multiplier on damage. So we had our companions had almost 100,000 DPS. So would they get 250,000 DPS on the next, or probably closer to like 220,000 DPS if I level them all up again? Right? How ridiculous are we gonna take this? And of course, you go through these levels faster every time because you do more damage, so you're clearing each boss faster and faster. So let's get some units in here. See, now we're clearing them each in 1 second because of how powerful our number 4 guy is here. So we get our upgrades for gold. The logic here is the same as in the template, but there is a victory in the pattern. So I haven't played the template. Like I haven't looked at it. But we do victory if we don't do rebirth. So you have to say that you want to be done. Okay, now we got that. Let's get our level 6 guy. Number 6 unit. We should be able to afford him now. Yep. Oops. So what had happened is when you do the rebirth, it still shows the old hero damage. So you have to do something like just move over to the upgrade menu and then go back, and it updates the hero damage. Level design is so cool, and all aesthetics, yeah. I like the aesthetic of this a lot. We're already at stage 22. We got to almost 50, right? Before. So for now, we're gonna focus on getting to rebirth, I think. Like if we can rebirth a bunch of times, then that will let us get those crazy DPS boosts faster. We're min-maxing it. Like I don't need to level everybody up and spend all that to do a rebirth. So let's get the rebirth multiplier up as fast as possible, which we can still afford. Oh, except we're fighting a boss now. Nice. Okay, so we need a little more money. Let's do a money boost on the next boss. Although I did want to see if our DPS is actually going to 250,000, because that would be hilarious if it goes up by that much. All right, we're ready for rebirth. 3.8 times damage. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Let's see. I wonder what the increase, like. It can't be exponential. I mean, it could be. Got caught up chopping some branches in the backyard. I've been lurking, can't stop till game crashes. Basically. Not enough gold. So unit DPS is already at 50,000. I just want to see if my math is right on this. I'm predicting that we're going to be making 220,000 damage, about. Unit damage, it's saying 138,000. But is that before the multiplier? Oh, that multiplier, that might be still on the base, so I think it's not doing, because I already did a rebirth. I don't know what the first rebirth bonus was. I didn't see. So it's not based on the first one, or it's not based on the second one. It's not compounding. We're not doing compounding multipliers. I'm just idle clicking the level up. There is a little bit, I mean, it makes sense to not like accidentally spend, because accidentally spending can be just as detrimental and annoying as it being too difficult to spend. But I do kind of wish I could jump through the menu faster and didn't have to do so many confirms. All right, so they're all leveled up. So now we're doing about 150,000 damage, which is still pretty crazy. So yeah, let's see if we can get like a 10 multiplier on rebirth. We can do that a lot faster. It costs the same amount to get to rebirth each time. And with the increasing multiplier, basically we're gonna be able to rebirth faster every single time. What's the total price on rebirth, actually? Levels are not that expensive. And now we can get the gold. Clear multiple bosses before the gold bonus runs out. Okay, we can get our level 6 hero, which will carry us through until we can rebirth. Which actually we might even be able to. Heck, if this was a leaderboard competition, or like, you know, post a screenshot of like the highest stage you cleared, I would probably play this for like 10 hours while watching a bunch of movies. Not enough gold. Well, we can fix that. All right, rebirth. Or not quite yet. Damage 5x. Heck yeah. And like I said, we're going to be able to get to rebirth faster each time because we're just clearing through bosses so quickly now. Let's get the most expensive one we can. This will help us to passively get money while upgrading. Can we still attack while we're on? No, we can't. Okay, we can now get our levels or number 6 unit. Didn't even have time to like move over to the boss. We're clearing through them so fast. It's literally just 1 a second. All right, we need to help out a little bit. Okay, I think we can afford the last one now. I mean, that only took a couple minutes for us to get to level 20. Six multiplier. Let's get to like 400 and then we can unlock a unit. it was 400 something for unit 3. Right? Something like that. Oh, it's less than I thought. So I'm going back and forth just because of the delay to do the next level up. I can clear the next boss and then move over, level up, clear the next boss, level up, clear the next boss, level up, clear the next boss, level up. I think that's a testament to like when a game is like working well, that it's like I could end this at any point, but I'm having fun making my numbers go higher. Just because I can. And get our number 6 unit. And it's game over. One more level. Oh, not quite enough gold. What is it? 29? Now we can do it. Rebirth! Oh, I didn't see what the multiplier was. I'm guessing it's 6 something? Or 7 something? We're starting with 28 damage. We probably start with 4 damage, right? Okay, our first upgrade's gonna be right about now, I think. Right? It's like 200 something. Yeah, perfect. Okay, start upgrading. So the fun thing here would be who can speed run to level 100 first. Like who can get a 3-digit stage number the fastest. That would be, I would be interested in competing in that. Just like it's like drag racing almost. Or like shifting your gears at the right time. Like it's fast enough for me to get that level 3 unlock. But is it faster for me to get the levels, or the not level 3, the unit 3? Is it faster for me to get unit 7 or to like get myself up to level 10 so I can spend more money? These are the questions that we need the answers for. What's the most optimized timing? Gosh, they clear through the enemies so fast. So now it's me just trying to level up as quickly as possible. And making sure to always press that number 2 when I can. I think I'm making money faster than I could spend it, actually. I'm already at level 20. Or almost. Here we go, rebirth again. I didn't see, I was looking for what the upgrade was. I didn't actually see it. We do 32 now, so I think it's times 8. So there's going to be an acceleration curve where at some point I'm doing damage fast enough that it's faster to go all the way to level 99 to 100 than it is to do another upgrade, another rebirth, right? Oh, I'm already at... I wasn't even paying attention. I already have 800, so I can buy a unit 4. The buying units is probably the slowest part, besides leveling up. But because you do have a max possible DPS for whatever multiplier you're on, there does come a point where like you're not going to be able to progress to level 100 unless you do more rebirths. Damage times 10. So I think the first time was times 2, so there's 5 times more. We'll see how high it goes. I think it's interesting, rebirth does not reset your lives. So the fact that we died once still counts. I don't know if it looks like, okay, it does look like our units attack at different times. It's hard to tell exactly. I think they're more effective if they're staggered, because if they all attack at the same time, then it slows you down, because it's always like 1 second after the enemy spawns. But if their attacks are staggered, then they can attack like earlier on in the spawn. All right, so we've got our 10x multiplier. Let's see how high this can go. All right, rebirth is ready. Let's get level 6 as high as we can. Okay. So with the multipliers, I mean, the other guys are going to be doing significant damage. Like our first unit, he's going to be 10 times more powerful than he was before. That's going to count for something in getting us to stage 99. Hey, Goss. How's it going? We just got to keep on remembering to apply money. Damage multipliers when we can. We're so powerful that it doesn't really matter when any of these fire, so We've got 600,000 gold. We're already at stage 35. It's just amazing how much faster we're getting through it now, because it felt like it was taking forever for us to get to stage 50, but we're already stage 36 now. Yeah, the guys are going to get more powerful, but we're also 5 times stronger than we were the first time we got that far. So let's upgrade our units. Max. I think we have enough to make all of them go max. I wish there was just a go max button. Just be like, yes, we got it. Oh, yeah. We still have 700,000 gold. We're good. So let's just see how high this takes us before we lose the life again. It's gonna be a little while. I don't know that we'll be able to make it to 99, because that's gonna be, the numbers are gonna be so high by that point. I don't know how many times we would need to rebirth for level 99. Some shortcut keys to be like, buy all. Would be nice. Just be like, just max it out. We got the money. We got that rich privilege. Just make it convenient. Everything's all the way upgraded. Yeah, we do basically do no damage. We don't need more gold. There's nothing else we can buy. Basically, we just need to be tapping the 3 key whenever we can. For the damage multiplier. So our unit DPS is just under 1 million now. Oh, with the 3 key, it's just under 1 million. And then we save our 1 key for bosses. Man, even now, it's still taking a while to kill these guys. Even though we're 5 times more powerful, it's gonna be a lot. I don't know. I say like let's get to stage 50 and then call it quits. It's almost 4 o'clock. I do kind of just want to like leave it running, like see where it goes. All right. Well, if you or anybody that you know of is streaming the Sandbox, let's see if we can give them a raid. They all fire in sequence. Like, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure if that's representative of them actually attacking. We can definitely clear 50. Because he only got halfway through time for that. Ooh. Oh. I was not paying attention. Oh, wait, where did my heads up display go? Uh-oh. Did I break it? Oh, whew. There it is. It's back. I heard the clicking and I'm like, uh-oh. We almost... I was looking for channels to raid and I wasn't paying attention. We almost did hit our level 50. Let's see. All right, I see somebody we follow is playing Roblox right now. Could try that. Let's hit that level 50 though. I'm doing my part. Ooh. Yeah, we'd have to rebirth a lot of times to get to level 99 or 100, stage 99 to beat stage 99. If we were down to a quarter of time left with that last boss. So I don't know. I think we would need to rebirth at least like 100 times. At least. I don't really know like where the numbers go. It'd be a lot. Oh, not Jackie Chan says, impressive game with all the numbers and stuff. Great visuals. Can see why is winner. Clap, clap. Congrats to all the winners and participants in this game jam. Look forward to more. Thanks, not Jackie Chan. Yeah. No, I could definitely keep playing this for a while. I just gotta get my number to the next level. Just the next level. I swear I'm done after that. Yeah, just like leave it going. while while I'm watching some movies and stuff. But yeah, especially with a save, like you can make your numbers go insane on a save. Just keep on coming back like once a week. All right, so we're gonna go raid Jeremy. He's playing Roblox right now. And it says they're giving away free invites to join. So if you like Roblox, there's that going on. All right, raid is starting now. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Lucas will be streaming on Wednesday because I'm gonna be on the road, sort of. I will try to be here in voice. I won't have a webcam, but I will see you all next week. Catch you later.